Morning, everyone. This is Darcy. As you know, October has several things that there's awareness for. The one that is the best meaning to me is that I am a 1 in 4. October is a special month for me because it gives me the privilege to share my story about how I lost my youngest child at being 25 weeks pregnant. I had been told through an amniocentesis that my child was going to have Down syndrome. Didn't make me love her any less, just made me love her more. Um, Through an ultrasound, they detected something wasn't quite right with her heart, but they didn't know exactly what it was. On the 16th of February, I started spotting, and I was scared. I was scared to death. I didn't want to lose my baby. So I called my OBGYN, and she told me that I needed to go in and I needed to lay down and put my feet up and not to do anything, and to come see her on Monday morning or go into the emergency room if it got worse. So I called my stepdaughter and her husband, and they came over and watched my son, who at the time was almost 9, and my daughter, who had just turned a year in December. I went in and laid down. I only got up to go to the bathroom. I woke up the morning of the 17th, still spotting a little bit, but it wasn't heavy. By about 11:30 midnight, it started to get heavier. So I went in and I laid down and I put my feet up as high as I could get them, trying to save my pregnancy. Sorry, guys, this is really hard to talk about. So I went ahead and went to sleep, and I got up about 9:30 on the morning of the 18th to go to the bathroom, and I had completely soaked a pad, an extra heavy flow pad, and there was blood all over my bed. I knew at that moment that I needed to get to the hospital. The hospital was 35 minutes away. We loaded up in the car. My son-in-law and stepdaughter went with me, and we took the kids get to the hospital, and my husband was anemic at the time. My ex-husband, might I add. And he met us at the hospital, and I got in there, and they checked me, and I was dilated to a 7. My husband looked at me and he said, I didn't want no stupid baby anyway. She was going to be retarded. And my heart dropped the moment he said that. I delivered Angel. Within 45 minutes after they had checked me, she was so beautiful. They delivered her and they asked me if I wanted them to take any means necessary to try to save her. I said, I just want to hold her for a minute. And they said to hold on to her as long as I could. I held her in my arms. She died peacefully 13 minutes after she was born. And she died in my loving arms. I spent that night in the hospital. My ex-husband came to pick me up to take me home. I didn't get a hug. I didn't get it. I'm sorry. I didn't get it. I love you. He didn't care. But his best friend, God rest his soul, he's in heaven now, Doug, wrapped his arms around me and said, had that been me and you could guarantee that I would have been in there with you the entire time. I wouldn't have walked out. My husband and I's relationship dwindled very fast after that. He started getting very physically and mentally and verbally abusive to me and my children. I had decided at the end of July that I was done. And on August 9th of 2006, he called me and told me he wanted a divorce. He was in love with somebody else. And I told him, I said, I haven't been in love with you since February 18th. He says, what was that date? I said, you don't even remember? I said, that's the day we lost our daughter. Angel Grace weighed 14 ounces and was 12 inches long. Beautiful baby. Blonde hair. She never opened her eyes. She was a beautiful little girl. So I want to let everybody know that yes, I am 1 in 4. I am the mother to an angel in heaven. I'm also a domestic violence survivor. I beg of all of you, if you're in an abusive relationship, get out of it now. Worth it. I love all of you, and I hope that my story has helped somebody in one way or another. Get out while there's help. And for any of you other mommies out there that are the 1 in 4, my heart bleeds for you. I love you, and I hope you find peace, joy, and comforting in knowing that you're going to see your baby again one day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think of my daughter. I love all of you.